there are options. Hi crafty folks, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to do a quick video. This is actually going to be a no-sew project. Today we're going to be making Easter bunnies, because I know a lot of you guys are at home right now with your kids unexpectedly. So first, a supply list. You're going to need a sock. I've got this kids sock, but you could use a bigger sock if you wanted to. I've got a couple of elastics. You could use rubber bands, or you could use twine even. I've got a couple of googly eyes, and I've got a little piece of, it's like a rubbery, it's almost like felt, sort of. I've got a safety pin. This is going to be to attach a tail. This part's totally optional. I cut out a little bandana for this guy because I thought that that would be really cute. And we're also going to use some tulle, but you could use yarn. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make poofs because they're super fun. And so this is what we're going to use for the bunny's tail. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So you're going to take the sock. Oh, I forgot to mention. You're going to need something to fill it with. So I'm going to use beans. You could use rice. You could use oatmeal. Okay, so what I've seen people do, we're going to take this little dish and fill it with beans. You can do this with any cup or mug or plastic bottle or whatever. Then we're going to put the sock over it and tip it over. Okay, good. Now I'm going to do a bit more in the bottom. There we go. Now I want the bottom part to be slightly bigger than the top part. Alright, so I'm going to tie that off and then add a little bit more in this top section here. Okay, and then you want to leave enough up top that you can cut out some cute little ears. I dropped some beans on the floor. Okay, good. Now, here's the basis for our bunny. Now, I'm going to put on his little handkerchief. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, so I've got some kits that okay, so the kits, if you bought a kit from me and you're making this out of the kit, I've included some adhesive dots. So we're going to cut these up. You can use another type of glue if you don't have these adhesive dots. So I'm just going to cut them into quarters so that they will fit properly on our little pieces here. Alright, so with the first piece that I cut, I'm going to peel off one side and stick it onto the eyeball. The instructions said not to let your hands touch the adhesive, so that's important. And I'm going to stick his little eyeball on. And then take the next piece. Do the same thing with the next one. Put his other little eyeball on. So there we go. Now he's got some eyeballs. All right, and then I cut out this little piece of like foam, and I'm gonna use that as his nose. So I'm going to take another little piece of our glue dot foam. And place his little nose. All right, so there, now he's got a face. Look at how cute he is. All right, and then I was thinking I might draw in some whiskers. So I'm gonna try that. This might not be the greatest, but maybe it'll be cute. If you had like a Sharpie, it might work better. All right, so I gave him some faint little whiskers. They actually look pretty cute. They make him look way more like a bunny. All right, so there we go. You could also, if you wanted to, you could cut out little whiskers from like some gray foam or a different colored foam if you had it. So you can get really creative with these guys. Okay, so now we're gonna cut out his ears. So basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut a V. And if your sock is much bigger, then you could make really floppy ears. That would be really cute. This is, you know, a child-sized sock, so we're just gonna work with what we've got. So I'm gonna start at the corner here and sort of round them as I cut in. And then I'm gonna come over to this other side. Do the same thing on this side. And you don't have to be exact. There we go. There's his little ears. All right, now the next thing that we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a poof. So you can make these out of yarn, or I'm gonna use a type of fabric called tulle. So it's this netting stuff. People will make like tutus to do fun runs and stuff like that out of this. So I'm gonna include some of this in the kits that I'm supplying. So if you bought one of those kits, then you'll have some of this. I'm going to estimate about 2 yards of the tulle. And you don't have to be very exact about this, but I'm going to show you how to make a poof out of tulle because it's so much fun making these poofs. Okay, and then I'm going to cut another, I'm going to say 8 inches piece of tulle. This is going to be used when we tie it off. So we're just going to set that aside for now. Okay, so this piece that we cut, that's about 2 yards. And if you're using something like yarn, then you want to use a larger amount because this tulle has a lot of fluffiness to it. So if you're using a thin yarn or something like that, you're going to need quite a bit more to get the body of a poof. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to grab it under my palm and I'm going to start twisting it around my hand. And I'm just going to twist it. Oop, got caught on some threads. Just going to twist it all the way to the end. Okay, so then I'm going to pull it up to the middle of my fingers and I'm going to take this short piece of tulle and make it into sort of like a tie, something that we can use to tie. And I'm going to put it between these 2 fingers and below the tulle that we just wrapped around. So it'll look like this on either side. So then I'm going to bring it up around the top and pull it tight around this circle of tulle that we've made. And now I can sort of slip my fingers out without unraveling all of the tulle. So now I'm going to tie it in a knot. and cinch it down pretty tight. You're going to make sure that you're in the center there. We're about in the center. I'm going to do it because I don't think it's too lopsided. And then tie it off again. So you've got a double knot there. All right, so then the longer pieces of tulle coming off this, we're just going to clip those down. And then these tails that were left over, we'll trim those down a little bit too. Okay, so now you've got two ends where the fabric was doubled over your fingers. And what you're gonna do is stick your scissors through the middle there as well as you can. This tool tends to catch a little bit on the scissors. And then you're just gonna snip through all of those on that side, and then you're going to go to the other side. You're going to do that side as well. And then, so you've got both ends now have been cut free. So now you're going to just sort of start playing with it and stretching it so that it sort of forms a ball. And voila, you've got your poof. Now I've got a couple pieces that are a little long, so I'm going to trim them down. So there, now we have a fairly even poof, and it's going to be a super cute tail for our bunny. So generally I would sew these onto the back of the bunny. Just with a plain needle and thread, and I still think that's probably the best option, but I was trying to think of a way that people could do this project even if they didn't sew, even if they didn't have a needle and thread in their home. So what I came up with was a safety pin. So if you want to create a tail, you can just sew this onto the bunny if you have a needle and thread. I would just, pierce through the center and then sew it onto his little behind. However, since not everyone wants to get out their needle and thread, we're just going to take this poof right here. And so I'm pushing the safety pin, I'm catching the center of the poof so that I've got a fairly decent grab on it. And then I'm going to go from top to bottom. And you can, if you place it and you don't like where it was placed, then you can, take it off and realign it or whatever. So there's our safety pin down under there. I just pinned it onto his little bun. And there we go. Here's our little bunny. And he is all ready to go. So in the kits that I'm assembling, I'm going to have the tulle material in order to make your bun a little tail, as well as a couple of little bandanas for your bun, and as some ribbon included in case you prefer, a more classic look for your Easter bunny. As well as the googly eyes and some foam so that you can cut out whatever sort of shapes you like. So basically all you would need is the scissors to be able to cut his little ears, and then some beans or rice or oatmeal or whatever. So there you have it. That is how you do the project. Thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if you make some bunnies with this tutorial, please tag me on Instagram at craftyasfolks. And I can't wait to see what you make. Okay, thanks guys.